Hey Castle Clashers, what's up? My name is Mike, and guys, welcome to this video. I know you don't see Castle Clash here at the moment, but you will very soon. This video is promised to you guys by me, and what I promised was a video detailing the specifics of this update. Just because there are a few things in here, I will cover it, but I'll try to do it as quickly as I can and explain it in detail for you guys. So as you can see here, version 1.3.3, that's the current update we have, thanks to IGG, and the first thing we do get is a new hero called Moltenica. And when I say do get, guys, I don't mean we get her, I mean she's available. You can see her skill called Breath. She is a dragon, or a dragonkin type creature. So I guess the name goes accordingly, but you know, the name could have been a bit better. Something really cool, you know. But again, you know, Mino's first skill name was changed, so hopefully it can happen to her as well. The skill description, it deals an X amount of percentage attack and reduces the target's attack speed and movement speed by a Y percent of value. And guys, just let me quickly tell you right there, X and Y are just values. It doesn't mean you're going to attack and X is going to pop up on the screen. It's just a value to show you guys that it's going to have there, because they're not going to go through every single level and skill level just to show you guys what's going to happen. Castle Clash Wikia will do that for you. So you can go through there if you do want to see what the values will be of X and Y per level and per skill level. So that's what they're talking about right there. And you can see that it goes for 6 seconds and has a cooldown of 6 seconds. So usually any character with a cooldown has a reason for the cooldown, because they're incredibly overpowered or very strong for the team. That's why the cooldowns are there. Mino has a cooldown. Moltenica has a cooldown, as you can see, and also Cupid has a cooldown. I don't know if any other heroes have a cooldown off the top of my head, but they're the ones I can think of. And guys, note that the new hero, Moltenica, cannot be hide in-game and can only be acquired through events. So guys, what that means is you can't purchase 100 billion trillion gems and roll for her. You won't get her, and you probably won't even get a Cupid or Pumpkinduke at that. I know some of my guildmates will be saying bullshit because they've seen how many Pumpkindukes I have. But yeah, so you can't get her through rolling gems. You can't get her through hiring her off shards. Not possible, only through acquired events. And so what that means is it's not just for pay-to-play players. It's also for free-to-play players. And there are actually more free-to-play events than there are pay-to-play events. If you go on the social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, guys, they do so many events for free-to-play players. And usually they have a bigger audience and more events per day, per week. So it does mean that you will have an increased chance to get her. Not everyone's going to have her. She will be a luxury, but she will be worth the free chance that you get to get her. So go for it. I follow them on every single social media site they have, and I spam them just so I can have a chance of getting whatever it is. I even get friends to request IGG to choose me. They're like, pick him, pick Mike. But yeah, the next thing is they added a save plan, quote unquote, function in edit mode. Up to 3 plans can be saved. I'll show you guys that later in specifics in the video soon. But that's basically what you can do. So you can have, with the edit mode that you already know that we have, they've added a new feature to it, which is beautiful. I mean, saves so much time and effort. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, through IGG's progression from when they started, even up to the past couple of months, they just know what the players want, and they're progressing just like we are. So it's great to have that type of that function between the creators and the players. 3 is an added interface event function, under more events. So if you log in, the first thing you're going to see is an interface or a panel that pops up with events. So that is really cool, because I hate having to go into more events through that little birthday prize thing, and it usually takes a while to get into there. So you can, if they've got any event stuff and they've enlisted into that interface, you'll see it straight away. And guys, just some adjustments that we can get through, and this is probably my most favorite things about this new update. Improved battle system for the guild boss. When the heroes die in battle, they will battle again without reviving. And I just want to quickly highlight that there for you guys. And what that is, it's like Here Be Monsters. When you go into Here Be Monsters and say you clear all the waves, but you die with one or two heroes. And then you come out of Here Be Monsters, they've got a timer on them because they're dead. You can't put them into raids or whatnot, dungeons, just because you might not have the gems, or if you do, you have to spend the gems to revive them. And that's what they've changed. You don't have to use gems to revive your heroes anymore. It's like Here Be Monsters, like I said. And you go back into Here Be Monsters, your hero's alive again. So that is amazing. It's such a generous thing that IGG has done for the community. And it's not just out of the goodness of their hearts, but it's also because it's what the community needs. Because, you know, with numbers, there is a lot of power. So the next thing is 2 new magics have been added to the battle as well. It's Invincible right there and Invigorate. What Invincible does, it grants invincibility to heroes for 8 seconds. That is the exact same as Guardian Angel, just with a different name. As you can see with my videos with this new update, I still call it Guardian Angel. Next is Invigorate. Increases attack by 30% for 10 seconds. And that's very, very similar to Ares Fervor, but modified for the guild boss battle system. And reward calculation adjustments. Once the event is over, the event they're talking about is a guild boss battle. If the guild boss was not defeated, honor badges will still be distributed based on the total damage dealt by the player. If the guild boss was defeated, the rewards will be even better. When the guild boss is defeated, other members of the guild who are still in battle can still receive rewards normally. Guys, this is amazing. It's a win-win-win situation. And it doesn't only mean that the top highest players, the heavy hitters in your guild, are going to be the ones receiving the rewards. If you have a good a system in place where you'll let your lowest hitters in for a couple of minutes and just down the boss to a certain amount of time, because remember, the heroes don't die, they don't need to revive, they just have to wait 15 seconds. So you just let them push and push and push and maximize their HP gain, and then say your heavy hitters come in at the last 40% and just nuke it down. Then everyone gets as much as they possibly can. And remember that it's not just about the heavy hitters nuking the boss. It's a guild event. It's for more than one person. So you want everyone to be able to do as much as they can and receive as much as they can for their efforts. So that's what a lot of good guilds are doing right now. They're implementing systems like that, which is what the Abyss Empire is doing. We're manufacturing that right now, and we're going to tweak it to the best we can, which I recommend for everyone. And guys, that is basically it for this. And next thing we will do is we'll quickly jump into Castle Clash, because I do want to show you guys what's up. Okay, let's just get in past this load screen. Okay, here we are. Like I said, the first thing you'll see is an event carnival, a little interface or panel that will pop up. And as you can see here, I press on more events, or I go to the page and it will pop up. So go to page. Have to wait a little second, and loading. Okay, there we go. So there's some events. Free Pumpkin Duke, announcements regarding third-party software, Smash and Win, and gameplay trailer. And here we are. So this is my current base at the moment, guys. I want to show you quickly my little flags. Yes, my little Castle Clash World Cup flags, and my ninja. Look, gold-plated ninja kicking a soccer ball. Yes, Ninja supports the FIFA World Cup. One thing I do want to say about the World Cup was that was the worst World Cup song I've ever fucking heard. That was horrible. You can't compare that to something like Ricky Martin. Everyone remembers the Cup of Life, and also Kanan with waving flags. And I've set everything up so it looks nice and pretty for you guys. And this is what we're going to... Oh, actually, while we're on here, I'm going to tell you as to why I've got it like this. As you can see here, I have 3 different bases, and they're all different. This current base right here, it's messy, just because I needed to get everything in there so I could save it. And yes, that's a problem. So you just have to check everything in so you can save it. But this is my Hero Trials base. And the reason I have it like this is because I'm trying to increase breathe time, I guess if you want to call it, or spawn probability chance. I know with Hero Trials it's more random than Here Be Monsters. but still it has a great effect because regardless if I get 30% of them down here on the bottom half and 70% down here, or it's 50-50 split, they'll all funnel through here. They won't break through any of the walls, and then all my heroes will just go to town on them. Going on only gets half of the wave, and then I'll be able to nuke them, get my health back up, my energy bar up, waiting for these guys to take all these high HP buildings down, and then as soon as they're done, they'll come in, and same thing will happen. So it's a really, really good way to progress in hero trials. I was recommended, and I mimicked my base of a leader in the Abyss. He said, "Mike, try this out. I hope it helps," and it did. And I've been able to progress so far. I think I'm on L7 or L8 right now. But the further progression comes with better heroes and higher level. Next is my Here Be Monsters defense. Guys, for Town Hall 17, I recommend this defense just because it is absolutely amazing. It has more than one feature to it, and the reason is I'll just quickly move these out for you so you guys can better understand as to why I use this base for Here Be Monsters. I know some people, you like the cakes or the death box, but I can guarantee that this base is better. The reason is being, you might see little spikes on the edge and you'll say, well, why do you have them there? It's just extra walls. No, it's not. It's specifically and deliberately put there for hero walk manipulation, I guess if you want to call it that. And as you can see, with this base, I'm able to tuck everything right up at the edge. And the reason is because the way I have my hero base set out. As you can see here on this side, you might think, oh, well, that's going to get aggro, your hero's going to jump out. Actually, it won't. Reason being is because, see these walls, as I talked about before? They actually manipulate where the heroes are going to walk in from. So if you get a top spawn and just say every single external building is destroyed and you only have what's inside your walls, so we get a top spawn, they come from the top, run down here, and guys, you know what they'll do? They won't run right beside it. They will actually run one space out. So they will run this far out the whole way. That whole way, so you're manipulating where they're running. And what that means is, say if they're running out here, and I put my hero base, look, they're not actually going to get aggro at all. As you can see, I do have everything just out of range of aggro, so it fits perfectly. And what this also allows me to do is it's not bad also for a defense in raid defense. So when you're out raiding and you might get something in real life that kind of takes you away for a second and you can't get a shield, and then you leave Castle Clash for a moment and you've already been raiding. But look, most of everything is within range of the arrow towers, which is amazing. And another reason why I do like this base is because it's very symmetrical. I'm very big on symmetry, and I know some of the people in my guild are as well. I had this training center out by one by accident, and I was like, guys, look at my pretty base, and straight away one of the leaders mentioned that my training center was off just by one, so we both had a laugh, and so yeah, other people do it as well. And just note that all these extra decorations, they're not just used for looks, they're also used for path manipulation. So it's really, really a big thing if you want to progress in Here Be Monsters. I know you go look at the top boards and you'll see everyone using 101 decorations, and it's all for path manipulation. So it's a really, really great thing to do if you want to progress further. The last is, okay, I'll save. Okay, cool. And the last thing is here, this is my defense that I will use while I'm out raiding. While I'm out raiding, I do like to have a different setup just so everything's quite square, and rigid. And what it allows me to do is, if someone's raiding me, they can't just spawn here and go from A to B to my vault straight away. They will have to start out at far range, and they will also have to go around. So if we just imagine from here A and go all the way around all these buildings, all the way to Z, they will usually have to go through that method before actually getting into my base. So that's why I do like it, because throughout that whole time, my arrow towers will be pegging on them. I mean, the higher level your arrow towers, the less chance they'll have, and it means that they'll have to pop all their magic, whether it's Fervor, Frenzy, Guardian Angel, Snowstorm, or restoration, and sometimes they will be unsuccessful, and that does mean that for what they've earned, a couple thousand gold or a couple tens of thousands, they spent way more than what they should have. So that's a reason I do use this base. And also note that this base isn't quite that bad for Hibby monsters. As I said before, some people do like to use Death Box moderations and also Cakesa moderations for Hibby monsters. And guys, I do want to show you something, is a feature that not many people have realized. I mean, I know I've seen San7 not take note of it, and also a couple of people as well, is you'll see you might have to go, oh, well, I have to put all these together, then I have to add them and link them, and then they just get everywhere. But watch this. This is what not a lot of people picked up on it, and I fell upon this on mistake while creating my own base. So as we can see here, I've got one wall and 162 here. I drag just in front of it, and look, I've now got like 15 walls. I do it again, same thing. So if you haven't already noticed that, please take advantage of it and use it. This is such a great feature, and I was one of those people who would always just click, 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 and just put them all into place one by one. Imagine doing that with 200 walls, 150 walls. It's such a pain in the ass. So there is a great feature that you can now use for yourself, and it optimizes the time it takes for you to build your base and do all this editing. So I do think that is just about it. I don't really think there is anything else I do have to mention. I would like to thank you guys for watching this video, and to stay tuned, because I will have a lot of other great things like that. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and have a very, very great day.